Mopsy is the eldest of the triplets. A lot of her identity is pinned on that fact. But of course it's hilarious because rabbits are born 16 seconds apart from each other. You know, she means well. Mopsy means well. She feels a lot of responsibility, I think, for Peter, who's obviously really mischievous and rebellious and doesn't do what he's told. But for her sisters too, she feels like she needs to care for them. I'm the eldest of three too, so I get the sort of power dynamic, and that, you know, sometimes too much of your identity can hinge on that, and sometimes you can abuse your power. But I think that she's very sweet and she means well. I think it is Mopsy, yeah. I think when Will asked me to do it, he was on the money. I think Flopsy is the sweetest. I think her lisp is so adorable. And she's so kind and good and loving, and I love her. And Cottontail is wild. She's an amazing creation. I love, she's sort of bleak. She's got this dark humor, and she's kind of got this sort of inner, she's slightly violent at times. I mean, she's amazing. I think that she's a totally unique little creation. And Peter obviously is the hero. It's really interesting. I'd be really curious to hear the really beginning recordings we did to what we ended up with Mopsy. You know, it was sort of like we worked a lot on, I mean, she changed in different incarnations of the script too, and I think where we got her to was this really sweet spot, because she sounds young and she's very sort of naive, but she's got this kind of knowing boss. She seems older than the other three, you know, she puts on this kind of act. She's a little bit sort of posher sounding, the accent a little bit, and you know, but I have a lowish voice, so I had to really work to get it up in the right place and really energize it. I mean, you can't come to work and play a bunny sort of tired. Will is such a joy to work with as an actor, and he's so spontaneous as a director, you know, and so, I mean, he's a brilliant writer, and he thinks really in the moment too. So he'll write lines that are hilarious and really work, and you'll do a few versions of them, and then he'll just start throwing in options. Well, obviously James Corden is Peter Rabbit, and he's brilliant. He just has such an amazing voice. It's so versatile, but it also has such warmth in it, I think, and when you watch the film, you really love Peter. I mean, you know, he's a flawed hero. And I mean, we love him for his flaws, but also we get to watch him sort of confront those in himself and learn, which is a beautiful moral tale for kids and for adults. And then, of course, Margot Robbie and Daisy Ridley play the other bunnies. And they're both, I mean, what can I say? They're brilliant, wonderful, unique actresses. And then Domhnall plays Mr. McGregor. And you know, I'm a big fan, and I've watched so much of his work, but I've never, like, his slapstick comedy is genius. It's old school. It's really harking back to like an old era of physical comedy that you don't get to see that often on screen, and it's really funny. And I watched it in a cinema full of children, and they just absolutely in peals of laughter. They just love seeing him get hurt, which is wonderful. And then Rose Byrne, I mean, I'm Australian, and Rose is such a seminal actress for us, and I think she can do no wrong, and she's beautiful in the film. Charming, hilarious, and adorable. Definitely. It's a great house for a house party. Multi-layers, there's a bathtub, you know, it's great.